Should you buy properties with 20% down, or are there other strategies to get into these properties with less money out of pocket? Well, I currently own a real estate portfolio of single family homes that's worth almost $10 million. And I've been buying properties since 2012. So I want to shine some light on this subject because there seems to be a lot of controversy. And I want to make sure that by the end of this video, you know exactly what type of financing, how much down to give, and what are the pros and cons of the strategies that I'm going to break down. So let's jump right in. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. There's really two types of mindsets to break down when it comes to this strategy. The first mindset is the Dave Ramsey mindset. Now, Dave Ramsey preaches that you should pay off your home and that you should have no debt. And I think this is good advice for certain people depending on your goals, right? The goal is maybe to pay off your vehicle, pay off your credit card loans, any student loans, your mortgage, literally have no debt. The problem with this is that you're always going to be stuck in the rat race because guess what? Even if everything's paid off, you're still going to need to pay for, gas, your cell phone bill, food, like groceries if you eat out. How about utilities, property taxes if you own your real estate? What if you want to go on vacation? And I'm personally not a fan of this movement of, I think it's called FIRE, like financial independence, retire early. And some of these videos that you see online, I mean, people are eating noodles, rice and beans, commuting on their bikes, and not really traveling. And I guess it's cool for some people, but for me, when I travel with my family, I love staying at all-inclusive resorts. And the reality is every time we travel, it's anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per vacation. But we are having an incredible experience at an all-inclusive resort where everything's included, right? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, even though I don't drink alcohol, but hey, sometimes I make protein smoothies and juices, and you got the pools and the beaches, and it's just a great experience. And guess what? We homeschool our children. So I have a teacher that comes to our home, homeschools our children. And so all these things require us to make more money in order to offset these expenses and to support the lifestyle that we have created for ourselves, right? And so again, the FIRE movement might work for some people. The other philosophy and mindset that I come from is more of the Robert Kiyosaki mindset. Now, for you to truly understand how this works, if you currently don't, I want to explain and share a little story. Back in 2015, I became a student at the Rich Dad Poor Dad real estate education company. And at the time, I was on track to pay off my first property that I had purchased in 2012. I was on track to paying that house off by 2020. So in the first 8 years, I was going to pay it off. In addition to sending my mortgage payment, which included the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, it was impounded. In addition to my total mortgage payment at the time of $1,500, I would also send $3,000 to $5,000 towards the principal. So I was on track to paying off that house in the first 8 years. And as part of my mentorship package, I had a one-on-one mentor that flew in from Florida to California and mentored me for 3 entire days, 8 hours per day. And one of the first things she told me is, why are you sending all this extra payments to the house? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here? And I said, well, my goal is to become financially free. And then she said, honey, that's not how you do it. And I was like, yeah, but my house will be paid off by 2020. I'll be 31 and my house will be paid off. And she replied, yes, but you will still be stuck in the rat race. And that hit me like a sack of bricks over the head. And this whole time I thought I was doing everything right by trying to get out of debt. She went on to explain that there's bad debt and then there's good debt. You see, growing up, I had this belief that all debt was bad. Like when I heard the word debt, it was all inside of one bubble. There was no separation. It was like debt is bad. Just like doing something that's bad is bad and doing something that's good and good. If it's bad, no matter what level or degree of it is, it's still bad, right? And she went on to explain that there's actually good debt and there's bad debt. She's like, bad debt are things that you buy that go down in value over time. Bad debt are things that you buy that take money out of your pocket constantly. Like if I go and buy a new vehicle that's just for personal use, guess what? It is constantly taking money out of my pocket. Whether I paid it cash or whether I'm financing it, it's taking money out of my pocket. But if I use that vehicle, and let's say my payment on that vehicle is $800 a month, but I rent it out and it makes me $2,000 a month, it's no longer bad debt. Now it would be good debt because it's actually putting money into my pocket. She said, good debt puts money into your pocket. Good debt are things that you buy that go up in value over time. She said, if you want to become financially free, you have to use leverage. I'm like, well, how would that work? She said, well, instead of putting those $3,000 to $5,000 towards this mortgage, you should allocate that money into a savings account. And as soon as you have money to go and buy a new property, go and buy a new property. She said, secondly, do a refinance cash out. She broke down the numbers. Because this was an owner occupied home, I was able to do an 80% loan to value refinance cash out. So this allowed me to take out $160,000 out through a refinance cash out, which I paid no taxes on because that money is considered debt, which is good debt. And now she said, I want you to take that 160 and go and buy 2 houses. And that's what I did. Within 18 months, my net worth exceeded $1 million and I became a millionaire by net worth. Now, given I was already halfway there before that conversation, but within 18 months, it added an additional $500,000 in net worth, right? All my properties had appreciated a lot and I had generated more cash flow. I was making 3 times the amount of cash flow, 3 times the amount of appreciation, 3 times the amount of depreciation. That's something called cost segregation. 3 times the amount of mortgage paid down, of my tenants paying down my mortgage, only increasing my equity and net worth. And finally, more, like 3 times the amount of tax benefits. You get tax benefits by being a business owner and even more tax benefits when you own real estate. So this was a game changer. She said, yeah, like with the same amount of money, she said that you could buy 1 property with 20% down. What if you could buy 4 properties with 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%? And again, this was a game changer. So let me break down exactly how this works. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. Again, it's a lot of work to put these videos together, so I would really appreciate that in advance. That being said, guys, at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong. If you love Dave Ramsey and you love that FIRE movement and maybe it works for you, great. Maybe you're aware of something that I'm not. And if you love this other mindset that I'm more a fan of, then that's great. Ultimately, it's going to depend on whatever is right for you. That's what's right. There's no ultimate truth. It's whatever your truth is. That being said, guys, let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Check out the links in the description and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.